Okay, let's recap those stuff what we have studied. Okay, so we started from simple list view. Always our pattern will be same. Okay, so what would be our design? Our view will be there, then data, then adapter. Okay, so sometimes this view will change, this adapter will change, sometimes data will change. So ultimately our design will remain same. Okay, so last previous example which we have seen autocomplete text view. I mean, then in autocomplete text view, what is completion threshold? After how much characters you want to show the suggestions. Okay, that is called completion threshold. So if I make completion threshold is 5, what will happen? When I enter 5 characters, then only it will give me the suggestions. Okay, then in autocomplete, what is the extra thing we have to use? We have to use text watcher. Why text watcher? Because what you are typing, that your system should know, right? Then only he'll give you the suggestion. Otherwise, how it will give you the suggestion? Okay, so what is the component which will help you out to do that? Text watcher. That's all. Other things will remain same as it is. Okay, so I believe we have done. Let me open our movie channel. So if you are working with your Android Studio, it is not mandatory to have the movie gen. Okay, movie gen is just for the casting purpose. Like if I run something, you will be able to see in my laptop. Okay, so movie gen is not mandatory. Other things, something like Adobe driver and Android Studio, those are the two things which are mandatory. Okay, so previous example what we have done, if you remember, what we have done is, what was our project name? This one, layout example, right? Okay, so what was the word we had given? Caretake. Okay, so suppose if I say CAR, nothing is coming. C E, then T. As soon as I will type T, what will happen? It will give me some suggestions. Why? Because my threshold was 5. Okay, so this is called complete autocomplete. If I will click on this, it will automatically be selected over there. Basically, so this is the way how it will be looking there. Okay, now let's try to go to the other one. Okay. Okay, so we'll start with gallery. So today we'll look into this gallery. Okay. So what is gallery in Android? Typically, what is gallery in mobile? Where you are having all the images, right? All those pictures and other things. Whenever you will take the snap, it will go to gallery. Okay. But in Android, what does gallery means? I mean, as far as programming is concerned, basically. Okay. So what is gallery? Gallery is nothing but a horizontal mode of images. Okay, horizontal mode of images. What is in gallery? Gallery is nothing but horizontal mode of images. Okay, we'll have many images which will be in terms of horizontal. Okay, so typically our gallery will look like this. This is the way how your gallery will look like this, where all the images will be in horizontal mode, basically. Okay, The normal gallery which will be there in your mobile, which will do after some time. Okay, so that would be same as your grid view only, exactly same as grid view, but you will not have the string. Instead of string, what you will have all the images basically, you know? So that we'll look into the later part of time. And one more thing, this gallery is deprecated. Okay, so deprecated. What does deprecated means? What is deprecation means? Deprecation means either the callback, I mean, either the gallery is not working currently, or you are having better option than that. Okay, who is better option than gallery? Grid view. Because if in grid view, if you'll make your, I mean, only one row it will do, you don't want to have the multiple rows, then it will become your gallery only. Okay, so what does deprecation means? Deprecation means what is happening, I mean, either the gallery is not working in the latest Android, or you are having better option than that basically. Okay, so always whenever you are having deprecation, you will have cross, and I'll show you this how you will identify whether the things are deprecated or not. Okay, so if we'll go here, if I'll type gallery, okay, so I will type gallery here, private, okay, gallery. Are you able to see this cross mark? Are you able to see? Whenever you will see in any of those callbacks, if you are having this cross mark, okay, I mean, this horizontal line which is there, na? Okay, so that will show that particular callback is not working properly, or you are having better option than that. Okay, so something like, see, autocomplete, do you have any cross mark? No. That means it is completely working fine, no problem at all. But gallery, there might be some problem with the operating system. Okay, so they stopped supporting this gallery now. So whatever they have given in the older version, it is as it is. I mean, there is no change in the older version. That's what this means basically. They are not changing anything in gallery now. Okay, so whenever you will see this, I mean, cross mark, not cross mark, what will you say? What is that called? Anything, I mean, whatever you think. You understood, right, what it is. Okay, so this will be called your deprecation. Okay, now let's try to do this. So again, our concept will remain same. We will start from that any view. Okay, so in view, what we do, we will use gallery. Okay, gallery, and we'll pass all those stuffs, whatever the things are there. Okay, and then we'll go to the controller. Who is your controller? In this case, main activity is your controller. Okay, now gallery will do. Okay, yeah, and then till now, whatever adapters we were using, those were array adapters. Okay, those were very easy. Today what we'll do, we'll try to create our own adapter. We will try to change the adapter. Okay, so instead of array adapter, what we will do, we will try to create our own adapter. Okay, so how to create your own adapter? If I will tell you how to create your own exception, how to do? Public class tapas exception extends exception. Similarly, if you want to create your own adapter, then how will you do? Public class tapas adapter extends whatever the base adapter, I mean, which is the super class. Okay, so which is the super class which we are having in your adapter? Tell me, which is the supermost class? Base adapter. If you remember, which I told, I mean, in first class. So similarly, what we'll do, we'll create our own adapter. Okay, so we will create our own adapter. Okay, and as soon as we will create our own adapter, suddenly some of the methods will come. What are the methods? Which is the most important method? Get view method is the most important method. Which is the one? Get view. So what is get view method? So before going to this, let's try to understand what does get view method means. Okay. So which is the most important method which is there inside your adapter? Get view. In case of array adapter, you no need to do anything. Your array adapter is doing anything. Okay. In this case, as you are not using the array adapter, you are going for the supermost, I mean the base adapter. Then your responsibility is to implement those get view method also. Okay. So now, why we need the custom adapter? Because array adapter can support only one type of data, right? But if you want to have multiple data, you want to have image, you want to have some string, all those data, then you have to make your own customized adapter, right? So the way of how we are going to do this will be your customized adapter. Okay. So in get view method, one of the very important question will be there. Try to understand. First, let's understand what is get view method. Okay. So get view method returns each segment of your view. What I'm telling? Each segment of your view. Okay. So something like, let's open any of those. I mean, let's open. Okay, So suppose anywhere, let's go to कहाँ पे जाएं? Let's open Facebook on okay. So observe very closely. Okay. So what is happening? I'll go to the top. Okay. I'll go to the top. Here the it is loading. It is taking some time. Okay. Wait here. Here it will not go good again. Okay. I think so. Okay, here. So observe what is it? It is a list view, right? It is a list view. Okay, because first item, second item, third item, all those coming on in a list. Now, what is the important factor here in your list view or any of the widget? Okay, so what happens? One view will keep on repeating. If you see same view, right? On the top you are having the name of the bank. Here is the address. Bank name, address. Bank name, address. Bank name, address. So what is happening? One segment is keep on repeating, right? So in your list view, what you do, you will work with one segment only. You will just change the data. Are you able to understand? You will not create hundreds of segments. Got it, right? So one segment only will keep on repeating, right? So that particular segment which is keep on repeating will be written by this get view method only. Got it out, right? Out what I'm going to say? Okay. So similarly, what is get view method? What is get view method? It returns each segment of your selection widget. What is a get view method? Get view method will return each segment of your widget, selection widget basically. Okay. So now this is a very typical question which should be asked. Okay. So let me ask you also in your interview. Okay. Suppose this is your screen. Okay. Which is starting from line number 9 to line number 17. So 8 is not a good number. So this one. So 9 to 18. So how many lines you are having? 9 to 18 means 9 lines you are having. Okay. So at a time how many lines you are able to see? 9 lines in your screen. So try to think in your list view also. At a time how many widgets you are, segment you are able to see? 9 segment. Okay. So suppose if I am having 1 million lines. How many lines? 1 million lines. At a time how many you are able to see in your screen? 9. When you scroll up, then other segment will keep on coming, right? It will keep on coming. You will keep on scrolling, it will keep on coming. Okay. Now the question is, how many times get view method would be called? You got what my question is? Suppose if I am having 1 million data, then if I'll keep on scrolling, how many times? 1 million time you will have those segment will come, right? So question is, let's try to think. Suppose now I am having how many we are able to see? 9 at a time. Okay. Suppose if I are having 100 of lines, then how many times each segment should come? 100. That's what is our assumption, right? Okay. Now if it is 1 million, then how many times? 1 million. So can Android accommodate 1 million segment in your mobile? No, because it will go for out of memory. Got it, right? So now what Android does is, Android is very intelligent. Okay. So what it does is, even if you are having 1 million record or 1 million segment, okay. So Android does not call that each segment 1 million times. Okay. How many times it will call? It will call how many items you are able to see at a time plus 1. Got it, right? So typically, this is the very typical question which should be asked. People will ask how many times your record will be called. I am having 100 segments. How many times it will be called? Then people will say, because I am scrolling, maybe new view is coming up. It is get added new view is coming. Okay, but it is not the new view actually. So what happens is it will recycle your old view only. I mean, user will feel that new view is coming from down. Okay, but programmer what they will do? They will the view will remain same. Okay, what will happen when you scroll up? The data is changing. Are you able to know what I am telling? The data is changing. The view is still the same. And why we are using plus 1? Plus 1 because in some case what happens, try to understand, half up, half down. That also is one of the scenario in your screen. Okay, sometimes half up is coming, half down is coming. Okay, so to compensate that particular scenario, plus 1, I mean one view will be extra. Got it, right? So if I'll ask you how many times, so suppose the question is at a time we are able to see maybe 10 segments. How many, suppose I'm thinking how many times, how many segments we are able to see at a time? 10. Okay, and total segments are maybe 100. Wherein total segments is 100. How many segments we are having? 100 segments. Then what we think, because if you are not a programmer, what you will think, how many times get view method will be called? 100 times. This is your assumption. Okay, but Android cannot accommodate so many segments because we don't have so much of memory. Now we are talking about 100. Tomorrow in Flipkart, when you do this, millions of data will come, right? Millions of, I mean, if you are buying mobile, millions of mobile will come. All are having different prices. So Android cannot accommodate that. Okay. So how many times your EU will be called? 10 plus 1. Okay, plus 1 maximum. So it would be less than that, less than this. Okay, so number of get view call will be less than here 10 plus 1. 10 why 10? 10 means number of items you are able to see at a time. Okay, so a number of segments at a time. Okay, at a time how many segments you are able to see? Plus 1. Okay, now if I'll ask you, at a time I am able to see only 3. How many? 3. Then how many times it will be called? Tell me. 11 or 3? 11 or 3? Got it? 100 is okay. If it is more than 10, I mean how many times it will be called? 10 plus 1. Okay. Now if I am having only 3. I am not completing my screen. Before that only it is finished. Then how many times it will be called? 3 times. Because no need to create the remaining 7 items, right? In that case. Okay. So that's why I am mentioning here is a less than that number. Okay. Less than or equal to. Equal to will be the maximum. Less than or equal to. When less than will come into picture? In case of if you are having item less than the number of items you are able to see in the screen at a time. Got it, right? So this logic will be useful in the next selection widget which we will see. In this selection widget it is not required, but I just gave you the background so that you can understand the next widget which we will see. Okay, so that's what. So this get view method is the most important method in your selection widget. Okay, in adapter. So what it returns? It returns each segment of your view. Okay. Now tell me, if I am working with the gallery, if I am working with my gallery, what is my each segment? Tell me. What is my each segment in gallery? What is the view which is keep on repeating? What is repeating? Image. this particular image is repeated, image. So image view is your each segment in terms of your gallery. So you have to identify what is your each segment. In list view, what is your each segment? One row is your each segment, because that is getting repeated, right? So but in your gallery, what is your each segment? One image is your each segment, which is keep on repeating, right? So that's why if you go to your get view method of your gallery, what your get view method is here? IV. What is IV? IV is nothing but image view. That's why I told get view method always returns each segment of your selection widget. So in gallery, what is your each segment? Image view is my each segment. As simple as that. Got it, right? So that's what we will do here. Okay, and other things will remain same. Okay. And now in gallery, what would be my data? Tell me. Image will be my data. Okay. Now if you want to refer to those images, how will you refer to those any of the view present in your Android? r.id. Okay. So we'll have the IDs of all the images on the top, so that we can refer and keep on working on that. Okay. So yeah, let's try to implement this. Okay, so what is the task which we are going to do? Okay, create an app to show the images in gallery. Create an app to show the images in gallery. Okay, so now how we'll start? We start from our XML. Okay, view. So we'll go to our view activity. In this case, what is our view? Activity manager view. Okay, there what to do? You go to gallery. We'll put all those height and width, all those tabs. Okay, and we'll give the ID also. How to give a new ID? Tell me. At the rate of plus ID, and we will give the name of that. So maybe suppose my ID is gallery. Okay, you can have your gravity also if you need. So gravity, you can have center and all those techniques you can put. Normally how we do. So we are done with the view part. This is your view, the view which we are looking to. This is the one. Okay, now where will you go to controller? In this case, who is your controller? Controller is nothing but main activity .java. So we are done with my view. Okay, we are done with the view. Now what we need? We need some data. So what we'll do? We'll copy some image from our somewhere and put it in your project. So which folder we copy our images? What is the folder name where we put our image in your Android? What is the one? Drawable. What is the folder name? Drawable. So if you will see in your project, okay, so this is the place where all the images will be present. Okay, so I'll show you apps, resource. See, you are having this folder called drawable. So all the images will go to drawable folder, which is present inside your resource. RES means resource, drawable is the folder. Okay, so this is the place where all the images we have to copy. Okay, now while copying, be very careful. There is some naming convention of the image names basically. Okay, so image names. So the name of that image or maybe the file name. Okay, so there is some sort of naming convention, and naming convention is same as your identifier. So whenever you create the identifier, what is the rule you set? It cannot start with number. Okay, it cannot start with some sort of special character. Okay, which all things are only allowed? Tell me. A to Z. Okay, A to Z, dollar or underscore. So these are the only things which are allowed, or 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9. Okay, so these are the only things allowed. Okay, and it cannot start with number, same as your identifier. During core Java we have studied, right? So what is an identifier? Okay, so what is the naming convention which we follow? Okay, plus one or more naming convention we follow here is, okay, so the name can't start with capital letter. Okay, here in this case. Okay, the name which will give, it should not start with the capital letter. All the other rules will be exactly same as of your identifier, the identifier which you are having. Okay, so now tell me, I'll write some names, tell me whether it is correct or not. Okay, so is it correct name? No, because it is starting with your number. Okay, it cannot start with number. Okay, is it correct number? Yes, no problem. Okay, is it correct name? Yes, no problem. Is it correct name? No. Why? Because first letter should be your small letter. Okay, if I'll do this, is it correct one? No. No special symbols, only dollar and underscore. Okay, got it, right? So this is the naming convention we follow for the image name. Okay, if we'll try to have the other image name, automatically your compilation will not happen. Okay, so we'll show that. I'll show you one example by which it will not compile. Okay, so we'll copy those images where in your drawable folder. Drawable is the folder where we'll put all the images to start with. Okay, so you just copy 3-4 images, don't copy maybe 10, I mean hundreds of images, then suddenly your application will not work, so out of memory will tell. Okay, and try to have the image which is having less size. Okay, try to have PNG or some sort of format. You should not have JPEG will be very big. Okay, so you can use it, but don't use 1 or 2 is fine. Okay, you should not have hundreds of JPEG images, your project will tell out of memory sort of thing. Okay, so have PNG will be the list image. Okay, or else if you're not comfortable that size is becoming bigger, you go to google.com. Okay, you find many links are there where you upload the image. They will give the reduced size image. Quality will remain same, they will optimize your image and they'll give you. Okay, any site you can go. Okay, so we'll go to drawable and put all the images which we want to show in the gallery. Okay, and now we want to refer to those drawables, right? So how will you do? Because all the IDs will be referred using your IDs, right? So IDs will always be your integer, right? So we'll have this int, okay, something like image resource equal to, in earlier case the resource was string, that's why we are having a string array. In this case image resource is your integer. Why integer? Because those are IDs. Okay, so here you can pass something like r dot, because you are putting inside drawable folder, right? So r dot drawable dot, if my image name is tapas, then tapas. Okay, then similarly I'll put all the images here, whatever images are there I'll keep on putting the names of that image. So if you'll see now what happened, our view is done, our data is done. Now what we need, we'll look into the adapter part. Okay, so before going to this, what we'll do, we'll go to on create. Okay, and it is best practice what you should do find view by ID here. Find view by ID for the gallery. Okay, so we'll do the find by ID. Okay, then what we need, we have to create one adapter. In previous example it was very easy, I was using a adapter. Let's try to customize the adapter. So how will you customize that? I'll go here, outside your on create, we'll go here, public class. I want to create one adapter. I can give any name to this, something like, in this case, something like image adapter exchange, which is the supermost class, base adapter. Okay, So what happened? I got my base adapter. So suddenly, which is the method? Which is the most important method? Get view method. Okay, so get view method will come. Get view method will come. Other methods will also be there, but those are not important. Get view method is the most complicated and important method. Now, what get view method returns? It returns your each segment of your view. In gallery, what is your each segment? Tell me. Image view. Okay, so it returns your image view. Okay, image view, and it will return your image view. It will return your image view. In between, some logic will be there, which you will see now. Okay, now if you remember, whenever we are doing array adapter equal to new adapter, what are the three things we were passing? Context, then layout, and data source. Okay, so similarly here also we will have one constructor. Okay, so public this one image adapter. Okay, and whenever I'll create the object from my top, I must pass the context. Okay, so in this case, what is my context? My activity is my context, right? So for time being, I can have activity or context, anyone is good. Okay, so activity or context, this is the one which I am talking about. So this one context. Okay, so I'll pass the context from your top. We can pass the context from the top. I mean, whenever I create the object, constructor will be called, automatically this context will be called. Okay, why we need this context? Because whenever you create this new image view, you will require that context. Without context, you cannot create the new image view. Okay, so here is the place where we will need this activity. Here is the place where we will use it. Okay, so you can have something like private context activity. So we are having same name as your instance variable and local variable. Then now what is this concept called? Shadowing. How to remove the shadow? This, right? So we will do this dot activity sorry it's equal to activity. Okay, you remove the shadow. You remove the shadow using this. Okay, we will remove the shadow. Then we created the image view. Okay, so get view method will have 3 parameters. Okay, so we will discuss in the depth in your next selection widget. For time being, you can think there will be 3 parameters. Okay, so first we will give you the position. What is position? What position? 0, 1, 2, 3. Image also is there 1, 2, 3. I mean, which is the position of that image or gallery in gallery? That will give you the position. Okay. Second is your convert view. Okay. What is the convert view? Convert view will be nothing but each segment is coming, right? So that each segment will be convert view. Then we will check if it is null, we will create new one. We will see that while going through. In this example, we will not require it. Next example, we will require it. Okay. And what is the last one? Last one will be the parent. Okay. Who is your parent? I mean, if you are having gallery, who is the parent of gallery? Is your activity. Main screen is your parent, where you are adding that particular gallery, right? So that particular view will be coming as a part of your callback. Okay, so these are the 3 things will be required. I mean, in this example we will not require. Next example which we will do, that would be we will require it. Okay, so yeah. So after that, now image view you got it, right? So how to set image in your image view? What is the method we are having? Set image resource. What is the method name? Set image resource. Okay, so we will use here set image resource. What is the method name? What is the method name? Set image resource. Set image resource. Okay, and what image you want to set based on the position, right? So what to do? We will use this ticket with mobile. Yes, what? So what we do, image view dot set image view resource, then we will pass this particular array, the array which are being, and which position, the position which is giving you by your get member. So what will happen, it will add the image in your image view. Okay, now whenever you are creating any of the view, which are the two mandatory parameters for a view, height and width. Without height and width no view can exist, right? So here also you have to add the height and width dynamically. Okay, so how to add height and width dynamically, we are having this method called set layout params. What is the method name? Set layout params, which will add height and width dynamically for your view. Okay, so here also similarly we will do image view dot, what is the method name? Set layout params. Set layout params will do, and here we will do new gallery. Okay, because you are working with gallery, right? So you will use get new gallery. Okay, layout params, and you will pass the height and width. Suppose if you want to have height as 100 and width also 100, then you will make it like this. Okay, so only this particular logic is important, other things are as it is, I mean simple only. Okay, now we are creating with our image adapter. What we'll do here, you want to create the adapter, so I'll give the name called image adapter. Okay, image adapter, we want to create the object, right? So image adapter equal to new image adapter. Okay, and you pass this activity, main activity dot this, main activity dot this you do. Okay, now you got the adapter. I have to set this adapter in my view, right? So how to do, gallery dot, what is the method? Set adapter, and what is the adapter name? Image adapter. That's all. All the other code will remain same. What is the only change? We are creating adapter here. This is the only thing which we are doing. Other things are exactly as it is. In earlier case we were having a ready-made adapter. In this case we are not using the ready-made adapter. We are creating our own adapter basically. Now programmer we are creating. Because ready-made adapter might not work in some places. Then we should know how to customize your adapter. So ultimately our logic is same. What is happening? View data adapter. That's all. In this case adapter is a little complicated. That's all. Other things are as it is. Okay. So let's quickly do this particular example in our where is it is? Go here. I'll comment all the things which we had done in the previous class. There it is. Okay, commented this. We'll go to where? Sorry, main activity. I'll comment all the things which we had done for this auto control display. This one is of auto control display. Okay, now it is I mean fresh project. Okay, so always we start from our view. I will close all of those. Suppose if you have got to this screen, how to go to your previous screen? Tell me. Control E. What to do? Control E. Then you go to the whichever you want to do. Okay, then you can do this. Okay, how to do? Control E. Why E is used? Control E to go to the recent file which you have used. Okay, so sometimes this problem will come. Then what to do? Control E. Then you can find whichever file you have opened. Okay, yeah. So we'll go to our file here. Okay, so we want to work with gallery. So gallery width I want to have a match parent, height wrap content. Okay, we want to give the new ID. How to give a new ID? Data plus ID. I am giving the name called gallery. Okay, if you want to set the gravity, you can set the gravity. Gravity maybe center. I mean it's up to you how you want to align your view. Okay, so we are done with our view. View is done. Now what we need some sort of data. Let's try to copy some data from somewhere. So let's for timing I'm using some sort of images. These are the images I'm using. Okay, Why I am using this image? Because these are small size. Okay, I have already, yeah. Now we will copy this. Where to copy those images? Tell me. Drawable is the folder. Just copy those images. Here is the images. Okay. Now let's try to have some image. Maybe. Okay, I will just, I'll try to change this image name. Maybe I'll start with 9 test. So is it valid image name? No. Okay, so now as soon as I'll put this image here, I'll put this image here, I will try to build this project. See, let's try to see whether we are able to build or not. Okay, so ideally we should not be able to build this. Why? Because this naming convention is not correct. Okay, yeah, see, it should show. So are you able to see? We got this error. What is the error? Tell me. The resource name must start with a letter. Okay, and what are you telling? The resource name must start with a letter. 9 test. 9 test is having some problem. So it is telling there is some problem with the name. Okay. Now suppose if we will change it to, how to change it? You go to refactor. Refactor is one of the option. Okay. Then rename. Shift F6 is the option by rename. Okay. Suppose I will make it this test. So test is a valid name, right? So I have refactored with the test. Now let me clean this project. It should be able to build my project successfully. Again, in this case I am using JPEG image. JPEG image is not advisable, because those will take very big size. Yep, see, build successful, there is no problem. Otherwise it should come, another one will come. So for timing we will delete it. Why? Because otherwise we will have many images which might create problem. Okay? So for timing I am just deleting this. So we are dealing with only 4 images. Okay, yeah. So so we have copied. Now I want to refer to those images. So how I'll refer? Tell me. I'll go here. I want to create my data source, right? So I'll create my data source. How I'll create my data source? Tell me. Private data source integer array. Okay, because this is not the string. This is your ID of the image which you have copied, right? So we'll use this something like data source image, because data source we already have the one variable, right? So I'm just changing it to data source, and we'll use all the images. So how to refer to those images? Tell me. R dot drawable dot all the images. This is the way how you refer to those images. Image button press R dot drawable dot play, R dot drawable dot play pause is done on this one. Okay, R dot drawable dot, which is the one, play pause repeat. So these are the 4 images which I want to show in my gallery. So I have chosen the data source. So now as per our design, what happened? Our view part is done, our data part is done. Okay, one thing which we missed, we must have this gallery find view by ID. So we will do that also. Gallery equal to find view by ID. Always it should be done after set content view, never do before that. Okay, so R dot ID dot, what is the one? Gallery. We are working with gallery, we will use this gallery. Okay, this one, we will use this gallery. Okay, this find view by ID must be done after this set content view. Before that, don't never do, otherwise it will not work. Okay, it will give you some sort of null pointer exception. So view is done, data is done, we will create one adapter. Okay, and set it over there. Okay, so let's try to create one adapter. So where we will go to the last, we will create one adapter. So how will we create adapter? Public class image adapter. I want to create image adapter, extends base adapter. So whenever you want to create dog, how will you create? Dog extends animal. Similarly here also image adapter extends base adapter. So what does that mean? Image adapter is a base adapter, is a relationship. Okay. Yeah. So now what to do? We will just implement all the methods here. This is the method which is the most important. How I am doing, observe me very closely, it is showing me the red color. I moved my cursor over there, I did alt enter, implement methods, okay. Automatically this method will come. Okay, so what I did, went over there, alt enter, which I am choosing, implement methods, okay, that's it. Okay, now which is the most important method? Gateway method. What gallery will return? It will return is the each segment of your, what is your each segment? Image is your each segment. So image view equal to we want, so for timing let's have it. Okay, so what it will return? It will return image view. For timing I am not initializing, I am just making it null. Okay, just for the removing the compilation. Okay, yeah, now it will ask for those contexts, right? So we will create one constructor image view. Okay, so how to create one constructor? Tell me. Public constructor will have same name as your class name, okay, and no return type, and what, so not image view, it will be your image adapter. Constructor should have same name as your class name, no return type, okay, and we want to pass some context from your top, right? So I will make it with context. Okay, in the in your here whatever I was giving activity, I'm just giving the name called context. Okay, so I'll make it as a shadow private. How to remove the shadow? This dot context equal to context. Same thing, the one which I have done in your notepad plus. Okay, yeah. So now as I am going to create new image view, what it will ask? It will pass for the context. You just pass the context. That's all. Okay, we pass the context. Now already it is giving you the position. So how to set the image is your image view? Tell me. Image view dot, what is the method name? Set image resource. Okay, so set image resource, find out set image resource. You already have this data source, so data source image, you pass this position, automatically it will give you that particular image resource. Now how to set layout, height and width in your image resource? Set layout params. Okay, set layout params. New, we are working with gallery, right? So gallery layout params. For timing, suppose I will give 200. Okay, 200 height, 200 width of one image, each segment. Okay. Yeah. Now we are done with this. It is not mandatory, but you can set scale type also. What is scale type? If image is very big, if you want to crop it, okay, or if you want to fit, if image is small, you want to fit it on XY, so all those things you can put it over there. What is the method name? Scale type. Suppose if image is very big, you want to crop it and show it in your 200, right? So in that case we will use. It is not mandatory again. Okay, so you can have it scale type dot, you can have many scales, center, crop, all the things. So anyone you can use. I'll use fit XY. Fit XY will try to fit in your XY coordinate basically. Okay, so this is your get view method will return. Okay, now other things. What is get count? Get count means you just give the count. So what is the count? Tell me how to get the count from the array. How will you get the count? Tell me. Dot length. Dot length will give you the count. How many data I am having? Okay, so how will you do? Array dot length will give you the count. Position, what you can do? You can just return the position only, no problem here. Item ID, it is looking for item ID. So how will you get the item ID? You just pass this as a image, whatever the data source you are having, and just pass the position. It will give you the item. Just pass the position into your array. It should give you the item. Okay, so these are simple. These will be same all the places. Only logic will change here. Here logic will change. Okay. So count it is looking for array dot length will be the count. Item is looking for, just pass the position. Okay. Item ID is looking for, you just pass this okay, here, whatever the item number. Okay. Now what to do? We are done with our adapter. Let's go to our on create. I want to create adapter. So what is my adapter name? Tell me. Image adapter, image adapter equal to new image adapter. Image adapter. What will pass? Will pass a context. So what is my context? Main activity dot this. We created the adapter. Now I have to set the adapter. So gallery dot what is my name? Set adapter image adapter. That's all. Over. This much only. Only little complication is here. This particular logic. This particular logic. This is the one. Okay. Let's run this code. Yeah, so we got those images, zero image. Okay, whatever image you put, so this is the horizontal mode of images. If you want to have some sort of gap between those two, you can have padding. Okay. If you want to change the size, where you go? You go here and change it maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, so height maybe I want to make it 500. Okay, maybe change 500. Okay, and all other things. I mean, you can do this image dot set padding. Okay, maybe 10, 10, 10, 10. You can change the gravity also depending upon the requirement. Yeah, this image become bigger now because I have changed the size. If you want to see the other image, you can do like this. This is your gallery. Okay, try to do this. I mean, this example is already there in your example folder. Okay, you can download. But what I suggest you to write the code for this. Okay. Now similar to this, here what you want to do? If I'll click on any of the item, you want to get the click listener, right? I'm clicking on any of the item. Okay. So similar to your previous one, you must have the click listener also, right? So how will you get the click listener? How will you get the click listener? Here, if you go, what is the method name? See, on item selected listener, because many images are there in gallery. From there we are choosing one, means I am selecting one item, right? So that's why what is the one will do? So we'll go here. I want to create it my on item selected. So dot set on item selected listener. You are selecting, then new control space and then item. So that's all. Okay, and then you can have toast. If you want to create one toast, toast. Okay, select selected item. Okay, then position, just pass the position. Now what will give you? It will give you the position. What happened? Okay. Toast means message, no? First class we have done same. So I'll show you what is toast. Not bread and butter toast. Okay. Okay. So currently, what is the item selected? 0, first one. So 0 means index always starts with 0, right? So first one. Now if I want to go to the, see, if I'll click this, what will happen? Item selected 1. If I'll click this, it should tell me 2. Okay, so the one which I am selecting, like this. Okay, so this is your gallery. Okay, next tutorial we will see the which one, practice this. Okay, next tutorial we will see the grid view of images, the one which we have discussed. Previous tutorial we have done the grid view of string. In this case we will have the grid view of images, and we will try to replicate the same thing what happens in your mobile gallery. When you click on this, what we will try to make it bigger. When I click on the back button, I will come back to the previous screen. So we will try to do that. Okay. So next tutorial you will see that. Great. Uh-huh.